Oh my god, another hair. Do we just put it down? See how it looks when it's down like that? Oh my god, what? Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Mags Monkey and this is the Mags Squad. I hope you have been doing good and staying safe. So from the title you already know what I'm gonna be talking about, and I'll be talking about the corona scare that I had. So this is what happened. It was on Saturday the 25th, and it was Saturday the 25th. So I decided to paint because I decided to paint my kitchen because the wood in the kitchen had started it had molds when we moved to that house. So I had been postponing asking the agent of the house to fix it, but they just don't fix it. You know how it is. So I decided to do it myself. So I took a sandpaper, I scrubbed the wood, so all that dust, I was inhaling it when I was doing all that. Then I thought to myself, because I have inhaled a lot of dust, and I also used the paint that I used is not water based, it's oil based. So, and the way it usually smells, so I decided let me take salbitum because I usually have chest problems. So I decided let me have a salbitum and a glass of milk, because you know when you're doing paint that is not oil based, you're told, or it is recommended, I don't know why, you take a glass of milk. So, and at this particular time I had already started feeling like I was starting to wheeze because of the dust, or rather I assumed it was the dust and the paint that I used. So I took a salbitum after I had a shower. I took a salbitum and a glass of milk. Then I decided to relax a bit, rest, and as I wait for evening to fall. So I rested, I woke up, prepared dinner, and after we had dinner I slept. So at night I started feeling cold. I started feeling a lot of cold. I was shivering, and I thought to myself, maybe it's because the weather is too cold. So I put on a hood, I put on socks, and I started feeling a little bit warm. But as the night progressed, I started having difficulty in breathing. I started feeling like I'm about to get an attack. If you're an asthma person, you understand, like when you're about to have an attack, the way you have difficulty in breathing, that's how I was feeling. I started feeling I'm having difficulty in breathing, and so many things ran through my mind. But at this time, corona was not one of them, because to me it was because I had painted, and to me it was because I had inhaled the dust when I was removing the mold from the wood. So I slept, but my sleep was really disturbed because I kept tossing and turning. At around 1, it got worse. I felt too much cold. I was shivering, and then I had bad headache. My head was banging me so much that I thought to myself, what is going on? Am I dying or something? So at around, and nikasema acha nivumilie till morning, we see how it's gonna do, because I've already taken a salbitum, and at this point now at 1 I took Panadol because my head was banging. It was like ni kama nilikuwa na watu 20 wako na nyundo kwa kichwa yangu. It was so bad. So at this point, that is 1 a.m. I took paracetamol, and then I went back to sleep. I said let me wait for morning. 1 hour later, I now started feeling, I was sweating, I was feeling cold, and I remember because I was asleep, I woke up saying Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. And my husband woke up and he asked me what's wrong. I told him I am not feeling well, and I don't know, I told him it's a bad dream. But when he touched me, my clothes were wet. He asked me, are you not feeling well? I said yes, I'm not feeling well, and I feel I have a very bad headache, and I'm feeling cold. So he went, grabbed the thermometer, came, took my temperature, and at this point I could feel I was running fever because I was warm dressed, but I was still shivering. I was still shivering and shaking. And you know, I asked him when he took my temperature, he didn't show me. I asked him, what is it reading? He said 37. Okay, he said 37, not too bad. But he said, yeah, you have a little fever. Then he took mine again. I could not understand why he kept taking. He took like 4 times my temperature. Then he took his. And I asked him, how about yours? He said, mine is 35.5. So at this point, what ran through my mind is that, shit, we are messed up. So he told me, you know what? You need to get dressed. And yeah, let's go to the hospital. Immediately when he said just dress up, I need to take you to the hospital, I don't know where tears came from. I just started crying. And you know, at this point is when it hit me, could I have contracted corona? Where would I have gotten it from? Is it from him? My husband is a medical practitioner, so and he had an encounter with a corona patient, so, and he came and told me, but he told me he was well protected. But then that didn't matter at that particular moment. What was running through my head, the things that ran through my head in a span of like 30 minutes were crazy. I thought to myself, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Am I even having a sore throat? Oh my god, is that corona? Oh my god, oh my god, my husband brought it to me. Oh my god, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. I have chest problem, I'm not gonna survive this. You know, so many things ran through my mind at that particular time, and I started crying. I thought to myself, if I have corona, have I infected my daughter? Because we hug, we kiss every time. And the worry or the thought that I would have corona and I would have infected my daughter just weighed down on me, and I started crying. Then my husband was like, relax, we're gonna go through this together. We said for better, for worse. So why are you crying? Relax, it's not even confirmed. Let's go to the hospital, get checked. Then from there, we know we will fight this together. And he just held on me and told me, can you just relax, mama? Just relax. He held me like this, hugged me, and told me, you know what? I need you to calm down. Take a deep breath. Calm down. So I relaxed. But remember, at this time, I'm feeling a lot of pain, my head, my joints. Now, I don't know if it's overthinking, but now all of a sudden I started feeling pains in my joints. I was feeling, you know, the feeling like you have malaria. That's what I was. Don't mind my bra strap. It's misbehaving. So that's what I kept feeling like the whole time. So after I relaxed, I got dressed. Now it's around 3 a.m. in the morning. So he took me to the hospital. When we went to the hospital, yeah, the process, a little delays here and there. Then finally I got to see the doctor. The doctor could actually tell I had fever from the way I was shaking. So he asked if I could do a blood test. And then he asked if I had traveled, of course. Have you encountered a corona patient? Have you traveled? Where have you been lately? And all that. And at this point now, I was scared. I was totally scared. So he asked if I could get he asked if I could walk actually to the lab, because I was very weak in my head. So he asked if I could walk to the lab to get my test done. And I said, yeah, sure. So we walked at 3 a.m. We walked. We haven't even told our parents. We haven't told anyone. So we said we won't tell anyone. We don't want to cause alarm. So we went. I got my blood. I got my blood removed. It was, and then I went to a waiting room as we wait for the results, and I was also put on drip. I'm gonna put a clip here. This is what was happening to me. I was put for a drip so that they could try and calm down my fever. Now when we got to the hospital, this is where I got to learn that my husband was lying to me when he was actually telling me that my fever was 37. So when we got to the hospital, my fever was 39.5. It was 39.5, 38. So it was 38, 39.5. So I was so shocked. So I asked him, was this the reading at home? He said yes, but I couldn't tell you that your temperature was reading 39 because you would have panicked more than how you had panicked. So I was like, babe, why did you lie to me? He said, yeah, I had to. It's called what is it called? That management, yeah, who manage mtu. So I was like, okay, fine. So I was put on drip. They were trying to control my temperature and the headache. So the first drip was over, the second drip, then my results came. At this point, my temperature, I was still running fever, and so when the results came, they showed I had a bacterial infection in my blood, and that could be the cause of my fever and me running fever and the headache. So they put me on antibiotics, still on the drip. So I took the drip for like the entire morning hours. Now that was about 3:30 a.m. to around 9 in the morning. And then now I was left to sleep a little bit, so I rested. And the whole time my hubby was there with me. He was there just telling me, don't worry, we'll get through this together. So we stayed at the hospital, and then now the doctors changed shifts, so a new doctor came, looked at the report, and then she was so sweet. I didn't get her name, but she was so sweet to me, and she was like, you know what, Mama, we'll recommend you have a COVID test because of your difficulty in breathing and also the temperature, so that we just rule it out. So we'll advise you that you take the corona test before you leave. I was like, okay. I said fine. So the request form was written, and now we are waiting. But we really waited for some approvals to be done, so we had to go home. And now I was feeling a little bit better, and I was put on Augmentin. So when we came back home, we had to go the following day for our COVID test. When we got home, this is the funny part. My husband started feeling unwell as well. Like, I don't know, if your partner doesn't get sick when you get sick, man, hampendani. Hey, mine got sick. He literally got sick. That Monday he started feeling fever. He started feeling chest pain. It would run from his chest to his shoulder down, like you have pneumonia, and you know now corona is associated with pneumonia. So he started feeling sick. He started having headaches. So when he went, he was also told, boss, you got to take a corona test. So on that Monday, he came, picked me up. We went to the hospital, and we lined up for corona. So when we were there, we were talking. We were just discussing, how about it turns positive? What are we gonna do? How are we gonna isolate ourselves with our little baby? We're gonna take the baby and the help to my mom or to their grandma so that I could stay there, because it is very difficult to actually isolate when you have a small baby, because this baby is looking for attention. Now remember, when we came back on that Sunday morning, our daughter was all over us, and then now we are not sure about our status, about our COVID status, so we are even avoiding. And now when you're avoiding her, she's crying, she wants attention, she wants me to hug her, she wants me to kiss her. That's the moment now, like she's all over your space. So on Monday now, when we were there, we were just talking, we're just brainstorming on some of the things we're gonna do. We agreed, like, he needs to buy scrubs, he needs to take extra care of himself so that he doesn't expose us. And finally it was my time to go and get tested. So I went. When I went, I had the fear of we were called two of us, so there was a gentleman, then me. So the gentleman was the one who was tested first before me. So there are two stations where we went to Aga Khan. There are two stations where you get tested. So when we were there, I could listen to what the lady was telling the gentleman. First of all, they're in a cabin by themselves. The only things they're doing is stretching their hands out. Then you move closer to them. Then now they take the whatever they are using to take the swab. So the one who is testing you is in a cabin by herself, then you're outside. So first of all, that scared me, and then you're given the key, you're given the whole kit, so you have it by yourself. Then when you get there, you remove the gloves for her. So when she removes her hands, she wears the gloves. Then now she takes your swab and then your sample, and then she puts it, and then you close. Then, like, she has literally no contact with your with your test. So I could listen what he was telling the gentleman behind me, and he told him, stay calm. So it is fast, it's uncomfortable, but if you keep moving, we'll not be able to attain what we want. So stay calm, stay in one position, let me do it really quick, and then you get done. So when she came to my side, I was already prepared to because I had already listened to what she was telling the gentleman. So mine was pretty quick. When she came, I gave her the gloves. I took that thing they're using, I gave it to her, I moved closer. So when she was rotating that thing, oh my god, it's not painful, it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable, the fact that someone is pricking your nose. So she did the first round, then she tells me, breathe with your mouth, you breathe, the second one, the third one, then she removes it. So the actual removing is when you realize, that's when you feel, what were you doing in my nose, that's intruding, yeah. So she got it, and then you tie, like, the zero contact with my test. So then you're told to put it, then I put it. So I was waiting for my husband for him to get his done. So he doesn't like his nose being touched at all. Like, okay, mine you can prick, I already have a nose piercing, so mine I'm used, but him, and then he nose bleeds a lot. So I was like laughing at him and telling him, oh my god, I don't know how you will stand, but please just follow whatever this lady is gonna tell you so that you don't have anything. So his turn came, he also went in and got tested. But bruh, let me tell you, getting tested is fine. The actual waiting to get the result was what was just stressful. So we went back home. So we're told, yeah, the results will be out in 2 days, and you'll receive a text message telling you your COVID status. Oh my god. Like those 2 days we were staying, I'm coughing. He already started coughing. And then you could start feeling some sore throat, some cracky throat, and you'd wonder, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. The whole entire 2 days, you kept like, simu ilikuwa inalia, you ran to check if it's the results. You ran to check. So day 2 came, and the results are not out. So even him, he couldn't go to work, because when you're waiting your COVID results, you have to wait them from home. So he had taken a sick leave. So we are there waiting, like, we are like, oh my god, let's just pray that we are negative, and when we are negative, we'll make sure that we don't like expose ourselves to anything. We'll just take care of ourselves better and all that. We just started running a lot of things in our minds. And at this point, it's when it actually dawned on me that corona is closer to us than we are thinking. And the earlier we accept it, and the earlier that it starts sinking in our minds that probably everybody is gonna have this virus, probably what we should be concerned more about is how the virus will meet your body. How is your immune system? What are you doing to boost your immune system? Because at this point now, it was like, it's here close to me, and with the fact that I was aware of someone that I know has contracted it, and they were in the ICU. Now that one was like dawning on me, and it felt like corona felt. It's not like the way we were saying, oh, iko na nani aishiki watu. No, at this point it actually hit me so hard that corona is so close to me. Now it's up to me to build my immune system if I turn negative, and to make sure that even if I contract it, my body is strong enough to fight it. And to cut the story short, we got the test. I got mine first because I actually got tested first. And you don't know the relief I got when I read the message, and it was your COVID-19 test was negative. I literally screamed. I was so happy. I went and hugged my hubby and kissed my baby, and I told them, oh my god, I don't have corona. I'm so happy. And now Again, my husband was so stressed because his results took longer. So he kept telling me, why are my results delaying? We took the same day. Could I be positive? I told him, relax, take a deep breath. You're gonna have your results and you're gonna be fine as well. So yeah, eventually his results came and he was negative as well. But trust you me, it's not something you want to think about. There were so many things that were running through my mind, so many fears, because you were hearing about deaths, younger people are dying, there were so many things. Like, it just made me I was taking precaution, but it made me take a more deliberate, conscious action about what I'm doing, who I'm seeing, where I'm going, and who I'm meeting, because you never know who has it. So when you're being told about wearing the mask, wear the mask. When you're being told sanitize, wash your hands, do it, because it's actually for your own good. When you're at that particular shoe thinking that you could have contracted it, it's not funny. And actually today, before I recorded, I saw Yummy Mommy was talking about idiots, and we have so many of them, because the same thing that she was talking on her IG about people being in a lift, 4 of you, and then someone wants to just come in, and the rules are clear: 4 people per lift, per turn, and then face the mirrors, and then use your elbows to press on the buttons. The rules are very clear, but there are some idiots who are just, I don't know, it's ignorance, or I don't know, it's if they're not able to read. Because the same thing happened to me when I was in town, and then I'm in the lift, we are 4 of us, and then someone is trying to squeeze themselves, and I was like, excuse me, madam, move out, we are actually full, the lift is full. And you know what, sometimes you look like you're causing drama, but I'm not afraid to call out anybody, even if it looks like I'm causing drama. Let it look like that. But I'm not about to get corona because of your ignorance. I'm not about to get corona because you just don't want to follow simple rules, because this thing is serious. And it's so scary, the fact that you would think that you've contracted it, especially us who have small babies, and you think maybe you met your parents and all that. So the funny bit is, we later told our parents about it, like when we got our results. They were so shocked, and but yeah, they were happy, they were glad that we were not positive with COVID. But it's not a good feeling to even think that you could have contracted the virus. It's so stressful, and it weighs you down. So some of you who are idiots, I call you the way Yummy Mommy was calling you, please don't expose other people. If at all you want to expose yourself, don't just jeopardize my health or anybody's health just because you're ignorant, or just because you don't want to just do simple instruction. We can still social distance, wearing our mask, keep sanitizing, and all that. And I think when we all do that, we will fight this monster faster, and we're gonna be fine. So that was my COVID scare. COVID infection scare. That is the story for me today. Thank you for joining me. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and if it is your first time here, karibu sana. If it's not your first time here, thank you for always coming and checking out my content. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Till next time.